Hey guys, so welcome to a new video for 2018. I haven't done one of these in ages. I haven't filmed in ages. I've just been pretty much doing a whole heap of vlogs, but I thought today I would sit down and do an actual video with you. Oh my goodness, this here is like an afro mess. Okay, what's going on, Leah? What is going on? Today I'm going to be doing with the 30 facts tag. Now this was very hard for me because there's just so many stuff about me that I'm pretty sure I've already shared. I've also done a few other kind of fact videos which I'll hopefully try and link down below for you guys. But with it being 2018, start of a new year, I thought that I would do kind of like a 30 facts tag for you guys, especially for the people out there who have just joined the channel. Let's just get into the facts. So number one is I've been to 4 countries. They might not seem like a lot, but I've been to lots of places in those 4 countries. So I've been to Australia, I've been to Fiji, I've been to Vanuatu, I've also been to the United States, and I've also been to New Caledonia. Now I don't know if that comes under, like, because I know it's a country from France, like, does it come underneath that, or is it like just one of those countries that's in the South Pacific? I don't know, but anyway, I've been there as well. I so want to go to more countries. The country that I really want to visit is the United Kingdom, and like Ireland and Scotland and Wales. I would absolutely love, that'd be like the next on my list for sure. Number 2, the first concert I ever went to was Rihanna and Chris Brown, and it was before the whole Rihanna and Chris Brown drama, so it was very cool. And I went with one of my good friends and it was so cool. The only dumb thing about it was that I decided to wear heels to this concert, and if you've been to many concerts you will know that this is just a no-go. Don't do that. If you're gonna do that, hell girl, you either must be really drunk so you don't feel it, or you're just really accustomed to heels. But unlike me, I wasn't, and I still am not, and I would never do that again. Number 3, I despise seafood. I think it is absolutely revolting. I mean, obviously I like the old like fish, and I like prawns and a few other bits and pieces, but ugh. And as a Māori, this is really hard because at my work my boss always brings in like kina and a few other bits and pieces, and every time I see it or smell it I'm just like bleh. I'm gonna see if I can insert a bit of footage of me trying out a kina for the first time. I'm about to eat my first taste of a kina. I'm eating my lunch now, but Toy has just eaten some kina and I have never tasted this before. I think I have when I was a kid, but
over here's my ones. Yummy.
Here we go. It's so slimy.
Tastes like a tongue, if you get what I mean. Yummy, eh? Slimy, yeah, satisfying. So what it tastes like?
That was yuck.
It was yummy.
Oh, that was gross. Yuck. Ugh. Just makes me feel sick just thinking about it. Number 4, I used to hate dark chocolate with a passion. I thought it was just a wannabe chocolate, and it wasn't like the milk chocolate. It was just absolutely disgusting. Like, who would like dark chocolate? But now I am reverted. I love dark chocolate. It's my fave. I feel like it's better than milk chocolate. White chocolate, yeah, I love white chocolate as well, but definitely dark chocolate is my go-to. Number 5, I actually really like winter. Like, I know there's people out there that absolutely hate winter, but I actually really like winter. I think it's such a cozy season. I know that I'm talking about this and it's like the peak of summer here in Taranaki and Aotearoa, and it's been so damn hot. But I really like winter, and I specifically like it more because of the fashion, like, you know, slippers and socks and scarves and jackets and coats. I love that all. Number 6, I really used to hate having my nails painted. I don't have them painted at the moment. They are actually in between. I actually got a gel polish voucher for my birthday, so I'm excited to use that, but for the most part I used to hate it. I worked in hospitality, so you couldn't wear nail polish, so I kind of just got used to not having it, and then when I'd go get it done I'd just be like, oh, this is like, I can't do anything. I can't, because I'm scared it's gonna come off. But now obviously with technology comes gel polish, and I love getting my nails done with gel. They last for ages. If you have never had gel polish, I do recommend getting it because, yeah, well, like I said, it lasts a whole heap longer than your normal polish. Number 7, I actually used to have a YouTube channel before this channel. It was a beauty channel. Well, it was designed to be a beauty channel. I only filmed 2 videos on it. The first one was an introduction video and the second one was a haul, and yeah, that's it. That's all I did. At the time that I had that channel, we lived in a flat that didn't have internet, so it was uploading from work and it was just so, yeah, it just wasn't working out. And then we moved, and yeah, it just so happened to be that Hins wanted to start a YouTube channel, so it was just the right time to start a new one fresh. And at least with Tinana D.I.Y we can incorporate a bit of beauty into it, because I feel like if I had done the beauty channel I probably would have given up on it already. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I shifted that away. Number 8, I am a diabetic type 2. It's been super hard for me as a diabetic to come to terms with that. I found out in 2015, and I also did a video last year explaining a little bit about it. And yeah, it's been an uphill struggle, that's for sure. And because I'm young, I feel like the health concerns of it isn't also worrying at the moment, but I still want to hopefully one day be able to kick it to the curb or control it to the point where doctors just don't have to worry about me. I mean, that's my goal, you know, that's ultimately my goal. Number 9, for years I could not pump my own petrol. Like, what I do is I try to go to the petrol station Z between 9 AM and 5 PM so that I could get one of those concierge, is that what they're called? Concierge? No, that doesn't sound right. Or those people that would pump your petrol for you. But then one day I remember I went to a Z, whatever it's called, and nobody came to help me, so I was kind of like standing there like, and I ended up doing it myself, and then since then I've just done it myself. So, yep, and I'm not gonna lie, it was only like last year or the year before that I actually fully started to pump my own petrol by myself. Number 10, when I was younger, I really wanted to be a hairdresser. And I remember at primary school, they let us go on like a careers day where we would go to a chosen, like, we would go to somewhere that we had chosen, or what we would do is we'd give them a career, and then they would find somewhere, and then they'd drop us off there for the day. We would do a little interview with them, and then we'd work for them. And I remember I chose obviously a hairdresser, so I went to a hairdresser actually here in New Plymouth, which still operates now. And the girl that I was talking to actually was the same area that I am from in South Taranaki. And all I did that whole day was sweep hair. And I think I did venture out once to go and put some money in the parking meter for one of the hairdressers, but apart from that, it was not something that I wanted to do. And saying that, I know that obviously hairdressing, of course, that's where you got to start. You start from the bottom, now you're here, you know. But I just knew that that wasn't the career for me. The second job I really wanted to do was be a supermarket assistant, or somebody that, you know, takes you shopping and does did. But I absolutely suck at the self checkout trying to find the barcodes. I'd be so slow. People would be like, hurry up. So those are 2 careers that I just know I probably couldn't do it. So hands up for supermarket assistants and people who are hairdressers. It's number 11. Seriously, I know this sounds really stupid, but this year my goal, one of the goals is to have storage for my storage. I want my house to be fully organised to the point where I know exactly where everything is. It's all situated very nicely, neat and tidy. So hopefully by December 2018 I've got that on lock, hopefully. Looks like a few more Kmart trips are in there. Number 12, I believe I was born in the wrong era. I absolutely love like the 1950s style, 1960s, maybe even before then, the 1800s. I just love everything about that era. I am big on like programs like Call the Midwife and Downton Abbey. I've just suddenly gotten into. I feel like they had tea a lot, which is so cool, because I feel like we don't do that enough. We don't take that time out to, oh, let's have some tea and talk, because like there's no TV, so they can't watch TV. I just think it's just really cool, and I absolutely love that era. But alas, I was born in the 90s, so you know, that's how it is. Number 13, I am absolutely obsessed with Christmas. And you guys know this, because if you've been watching my Vlogmas, you will know how excited I get over Christmas. And also, it's the only time I'm really quite consistent with my videos is Vlogmas. If you guys remember back in 2016, I put up a Christmas tree. I actually put it up right here, and my mum came around that evening and she's like, oh, I saw your Christmas tree, it's not that great. I'm like, the shade. So anyway, I went out to the warehouse and I went and bought a Christmas tree. I bought a whole heap of new Christmas decorations, and I redid my Christmas tree just because I'm that. I just wanted the Christmas tree to be perfect. 11 more months left, guys. Wow, it's actually February now, so less than that. Number 14, I am pretty sure that I'm a little bit OCD. Just a tiny little bit. Number 15, I'm definitely a routine person. I feel like it's kind of come over the last couple of years. I hardcore use a diary, even though this one here is a 2014 one, because I've got all my stuff in here that I've written down for this video. So yeah, I feel like I'm definitely a routine person. I live by my diary. I write down everything that we need to do that week, or just very little things that I need to be reminded. I know I've got like a pretty good phone, but I just feel like it's just way better having it in writing right there, especially if you have to mean something. You just get your pen, write it out, and there you go. So yeah, I have to say I'm definitely a routine person. Number 16, I have lived in New Plymouth for 8 years now. Actually 8 years exactly, I think. Pretty sure it was February that I moved up to New Plymouth back in 2010. And yeah, I still do not know New Plymouth very well. I know the central part of New Plymouth and places that I work in, and that is pretty much it. Oh my gosh, I just felt a cat slither past me. Raven, do you want to be in the video? Because nobody has seen you for a while. Raven, come here. Come here, Raven. This is my little Ravy girl. She's growing a lot, haven't you? Have you grown? She's kind of ending up being a little bit of a piggy. Oh, this can be a fact. This can be a fact. Okay, I think I've already talked about this in a video though. But oh well, this can be one fact. I named my cat after a program that I absolutely used to love. That's a Raven. Number 17. Well, actually, this is number 18. Number 17 was Raven. Number 18. I have been at my job for actually almost 8 years. 8 years in September, so I've still got a little while to go. But yeah, I've been at this same job for almost 8 years. Number 19. I have only ever had 2 full-time jobs. Ever in my whole life. I suppose I'm still kind of at the peak of my working career wise, but yeah, I've only ever had 2 full-time jobs, purely because I stayed in them for ages. Like the first one was McDonald's. I stayed there for like about 2.5 years, 3 years. I can't even remember actually, because some of it was broken because I went and studied, and then of course this job here, which is almost 8 years, and I've had a lot of like little part-time jobs where I've just been like kind of contracted to do a certain amount of time, and even my job at Betty Monroe, I've been there for 3 years now as well. So yeah, I have not had a lot of jobs, but I definitely stay in the jobs for a very long time. Number 20, I hate coriander. It is revolting. It is disgusting. Like seriously, how can you eat that? It tastes like yuck. Number 21, I absolutely hate banana chips, and the reason why is because when we were kids, Mum was such a health freak with us. She never gave us normal chips. Actually, that's a bit of a lie, she did. But for the most part, I do remember she used to give us banana chips, and we used to have them in like our lunch boxes, and ugh, I just got over them. They are revolting. That's the only childhood food I cannot eat because we had so much of it. Number 22, I've never really had a serious relationship until I met Avi. Number 23, donuts are life, seriously. They are my guiltiest pleasure. I absolutely love donuts. I like cinnamon donuts, the round donuts, the ones with the cream in the middle with a dot of jam. Oh my gosh, they are the best. and it sucks being a diabetic because I can't obviously have lots of them because, well, you know, just can't. But when I do have a donut, I have a donut and it is good and I enjoy every last bit. Number 24, me and my best friend, oh my gosh, my best friend in the whole wide world that I've been friends with since I was like 8. We met so randomly. It was like my first week of school, I'm pretty sure. Could be my second, I'm not quite sure. But I was on the jungle gym at our primary school. She was on the jungle gym with her friend at the time. And this friend got stuck in the jungle gym. And instead of me and her kind of like helping her, we just kind of looked at each other and like almost wanted to laugh. I know that sounds really bad and the story could be slightly different, I'm not quite sure, but this is what I feel like I remember. But I do remember trying to go get the teacher as well to come help this girl that was stuck in the jungle gym, and then we just became friends like that on the jungle gym, on top of a jungle gym. Number 25, I have done I Am Māori 3 times. Now if you don't know what I Am Māori is, it is like a triathlon series. It's not just for Māori people, even though it has in the word I Am Māori. They normally have one here in Taranaki. I think they have one in Taupo or Tauranga or Rotorua. I'm not quite sure exactly where they have them, but one of them they do have here in Taranaki. They also have one over in Australia as well, because obviously there's a lot of Māori over there and it's cool to get together and do something, you know, pretty healthy. I've only ever done it once by myself, but for 2 of the times I did it, I was in a team and I did the swimming part of it. So yeah, I really enjoy those challenges. It is definitely a challenge for me. I'm not the fittest person, but I would like to, yeah, hopefully sometime do it again. We'll see how we get on. Number 26, I've lived in Wellington, and guess where I lived? I lived on a street called Taranaki Street. So it was quite funny how I ended up living on a street called Taranaki Street because, well, obviously if you guys do not know, I'm from Taranaki. Number 27, I am such a dog person. Like, I'm a hard out dog person. So when I decided I wanted to get a cat, yeah, I was kind of like, well, this is kind of like the last resort because we're not allowed dogs here at our house, but she didn't mind that we had a cat. So yeah, now we've got little Raven, and now I feel like I've reverted to a cat person. Number 28, I never got my learners until I was about 19 years old, and the only reason I hadn't got my license is because I was scared that I was going to fail it, and I don't know why, because I just don't know why I thought like that. I honestly don't know why. And also I needed to get an ID because at the time I was using my passport to go out and it was just not safe, you know. It's just not safe. Number 29, this is a real weird fact, but me and Harvey once lived for almost a week with 80% of our power. So one day there was like quite a bad windy storm. It did something to our power. We lived in this shitty old flat here in New Plymouth. And what happened is it just took out some of the power, but the thing is, like, there was still hot water, there was very, very dim lights. So yeah, anyway, I was on the phone with phone companies, landlord, trying to fix it, and it took, yeah, a week of us, a week, for them to come and finally do something about it. And yeah, we pretty much lived like that for a whole week. I don't even know how. I remember one day we were trying to cook our food in front of like a heater, like warm up nachos that I'd made. Yeah, and washing our clothes at people's homes and storing frozens at somebody else's house. It was crazy week. It was in the middle of winter as well, so yeah, it was freezing. The lucky last is kind of like a little, I don't know if this is a great fact, but for years we were never allowed to look at the lambs that were, so my parents, they live on like a farmlet, and for years we were never allowed to look at the lambs because obviously they became, you know, end of year hangi, Christmas hangi lunch, you know, you get my drift. And mum and dad didn't want us to get attached, but we do have one lamb that we have kept, and we were able to feed and stuff like that. It was just so awesome. And I'll actually insert a picture. Her name is Pippi, and she's a glutton, and she's such a cool lamb. Well, she's not really a lamb anymore, she's more of a sheep. And yeah, she was for years we weren't allowed to touch any of the lambs, and this is the first lamb that I was able to touch. So yeah, feeling like that was a cool time in my life, that I was able to finally, as a little country girl, I was finally allowed to touch a lamb. But anyway, I am about to run out of battery. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.